Hello, Sid Roth, your mentor of the supernatural. I know you are not going away. Akef Tayem, Palestinian Arab, raised as an Islam, saw a genuine miracle. He could not deny it, and he received Jesus. His family literally spits on him, disowns him. The same type of thing that happens in a Jewish home. So I can really relate to that. And then he's so distraught, he doesn't know what to do. And so he can't eat. He goes over 40 days without eating. And he finds himself in the woods. He's dehydrated. There is no water. And did you pray to God for rain?
Yes, yes. I was so thirsty, and I was so weak.
Did it look like it would rain?
No, no. There wasn't a trace. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And I was so weak that I couldn't walk to the church to get water or anything.
Right, you told me
yes.
that your skin began to crack.
Well, I used to read the Bible loud because I was in the forest, in the wood for so long by myself, and I just like to hear the echo. And therefore, after a while, I could not read the Bible loud because moving my lips would cut them, and I would feel blood because I was so dehydrated. My fingers, when I went like this, they would crack because of the dehydration.
So you prayed for a miracle, for rain.
I prayed for rain. I thought maybe I took this further than it should have gone. I never intended it. I never intended to fast 40 days. I never intended it to get this as far as it went. And I asked and I prayed for God to send rain.
Now, explain to me, you began to slip out of your body?
Well, what happened is there was a rock, a white rock that I was leaning on, and I had the Bible next to me, of course. And then what happened is I started, like I was passing out. I would see light, and then it'd be darkness, light and darkness, and then the trees, it's like the sky and the trees would rotate. I think I was just passing out of some sort. Next thing I know is I'm standing about 10 feet or so, and I'm looking down at this rock, and I'm looking down at this individual that I did not recognize. I haven't seen myself in a mirror. There's no mirror around.
You're looking at yourself, and you don't know it's you. What did you see?
I felt sorry for this person. I've seen a very weak person. I mean, skin and bones. I've seen blood. There was blood by his mouth. He was cut different places, and there was a hollowness in his eyes, and I was wondering who on earth that person was. I did not recognize it was me.
And then what happened?
The next thing I know is I started moving up towards the sky. And it's amazing with all these things that happened in my family that the only issue that I was concerned about, and later on looking back, I was wondering why it was like this. But anyway, I kept on trying to touch myself, but I couldn't. There was no,
Your fingers would go through your flesh.
Yes, and I kept on telling myself, why? Where's my flesh? What's going on? I was fascinated. But anyway, then I was going up, and then I passed a lit area, a light, but I didn't stop. And I went through, then there was darkness again. Then there was a lit area, and then there was darkness again. And in the third lit area, I stopped. And it was as if I was standing on cotton. And I realized that the reason I'm not going down is because I have no weight of some sort, you know. And as I was standing there, I seen a form of a man about 10 feet or so away. It starts taking shape. And it's amazing because I knew, no one told me, I knew without any doubt that it was Jesus Christ. And as that form was completed, and I don't know the color of his eyes, I don't know the color of the skin, all I know is that like a silhouette. It was long hair, like a robe, and he started approaching me. About an arm's length away from me, he stopped, and he said, touch me. And I reached out with my right hand to his rib cage. And I remember when I got close, I went inside his chest, maybe like, and the minute I touched him, I was back on the rock, and it was pouring rain. It was pouring rain.
What was your first thought? The first thought, you're in your body, it's pouring rain, you've just prayed to God for a miracle, there's not a cloud in the sky, and it's pouring rain, you've just gone to the third heaven, you've just encountered Jesus, what? But you're so weak, you probably can't even move.
I danced my way back to the...
Well, yeah, you were so emaciated, 40 days, you can't.
I danced my way back.
You can't. Akef, you can't.
I've seen the power of God. I've seen the power of creation. I touched the Lamb of God. It's the only thing I know, because I could not take one step before this.
Okay, they found out about it, invited you in a Baptist church that doesn't believe in miracles to speak about what happened to you. Tell me about that.
Well, of course I didn't know, and thank God I didn't know about what the Baptists believe, what they don't believe. It's immaterial to me. But I spoke the only thing I knew, like I was blind and now I see. I just related to them what just happened to me. And there was a gentleman, a deacon, who's been in the church maybe like 20, 30 some years, and he was in a wheelchair. And it's amazing, he started coming towards the front, like he wanted to touch me or talk to me or something like that. And I noticed that my right hand was getting warm and hot.
His right hand was on fire. Guess what happened? We'll be back right after this.